Voiceless Band from Pleasance Road, John, with a Ray Holman arrangement from his own tune, popularized by D. Alberto on record, My Band, and those instruments sweetly tuned by Kelvin Zuzi St. Rose and Lawrence Agar. Velvety smooth tones, as usual, as the tenors fairly chirped out the melody, and their pretty solos and extempo runs, too. Squeaky clean sound, I found, with some overall fancy bass work neatly interwoven with the lead instruments periodically. The support instruments, the cellos, double seconds, guitars, etc., dovetailed into the arrangement nicely, and that boss bass solo again towards the climax. A well thought out, stylish performance by Carib Tokyo, and one that has done them proud and has added to the migraine of the adjudicators, perhaps.
Yes, I definitely think so, because tonight the judges have a difficult task on their hands. This was a very musical performance by Carib Tokyo. A full-bodied, soft, beautiful tone in their pans, a steady tempo. As we suspected, Ray chose a good tempo. The one-note samba that we look forward to sagged slightly, but the progressions were creative and the variety of rhythms used lent interest to the overall arrangement. A good balance and, as I said, an excellent tone. You felt all the influences that a band might experience, giving you a good interpretive effect. The excellent bass solo with well-controlled accompaniment, because those strumming pans never went above that bass solo. You always felt them coming across exactly. The front line cued in very, very well, coming up with a climactic ending. And as I said, a very musical performance by Carib Tokyo with My Band.
Alvin Daniel, your impression?
Most of the other bands opted for some lengthy introductions. Ray has had a short but innovative intro, and he decided to stay with it. And to me, it works for him. He got into the melodic line nicely, good phrasing before his first change into the inventive solo that the tenors worked. Like Dawn, I agreed about the balance and the tone, which I thought to be outstanding tonight. An entirely moving and musical performance with some controlled and confident playing. A full use of all of the pans in the band, and to me the highlight of the performance is the way the tenors sang out sweetly while the remaining pans continued to be clear when called out to speak individually. The bass solo again was one of the unique aspects to me of the entire panorama, and this is a performance which we have to put in the category of giving headache to judges.
Migraine, David Waddle.
I think the highlight of this performance was the conch. I think the conch was perfect. Ray went for the distribution of the music, and he got a very good balance. Now, earlier on in the competition, we had problems in getting that lower middle from him. In this performance, that was not the case. The lower middle came at you, and most of his work is down there, and he got it out, and the balance was there. As a result of the lower middle coming out, the balance was there, and the song was perfect. I think all in all, this is a grand performance, and I congratulate him on it.
Yes, and congratulations are certainly in order. And very shortly, out on the Rhine, our man on the spot, right here in front of our broadcast booth, will be chatting with Ray Holman himself. I'm sure he must be very elated. He's just been interviewed by Phil Simmons for Radio Trinidad, and here he is, lining up in front of our camera, out on the Rhine with arranger-composer Ray Holman.
Thank you, Dave. You know, we got Ray Holman here, the arranger for Carib Tokyo. It sounds kind of funny rolling off my tongue, arranger for Carib Tokyo. But I want to say something first. Rudy Tulip-Smith, an avant-garde pianist in Copenhagen, he was in Canada recently, and he said he had listened to the Panorama tape of last year on his video cassette recorder, and he thought that your music, your tune was the most musical of the Panorama, and he was surprised that you didn't win or come in the first three. Now tonight you came here with My Band, and you have caused people to sit up and take notice again. And I'm particularly impressed with the way you tease the public with the change keys. In one elaborate way, you went up and Steve, and then came back down again. Could you describe that?
You know, you can make, in music as in any other language, you can make jokes, you know. You can say, pretend you're going to do something, you cut it off and it come again, you know. So I like to do these things, you know.
And in other parts of the tune, I heard Uncle Albert, and I'm talking about the Beatles song that you arranged for Starlet many years ago. I heard an element of that, and it struck me a little funny because that element of Starlet creeping back in, and you still had a modernized version, a modern touch to your music.
Yeah, but I keep moving all the time, you know. Keep changing all the time, you know.
So we are accused of running our mouth on Boogie Sharp, we praise him so much, but he is the first to say that he picked up a lot from you.
Well, Boogie Sharp is a very good friend of mine, and I think I think he's a genius, you know. I mean, to do what he does, you know, as a player, you know. I think he has to make much less of an effort than most other people, you know. A lot of things come to him naturally because he's such an excellent player. So whereas he arranging for 5 bands, people might criticize him. He could do it, you know, because he's very good and he can play.
But you know about yourself, I mean, you arranged a piece of Invaders when you were about 15 years old, right?
Yeah, I started quite young too, you know. So I'm glad the way he's going. I'm happy for his success, you know.
As a matter of fact, Jit Samaru said, you paved the way for all of these guys. You took the licks for everybody. Yeah, because when you were beating all these own compositions, as it were, nobody else was doing it.
No, well, you see, somebody got to be the scapegoat, you know. I will, you know, I don't want to put it down.
That's what you call it, a scapegoat?
Well, I mean, because for years it's been going on, people were trying to get it to stop, you know, but it can't stop now. We just find more and more people coming on. I'm just sorry that more people haven't taken it up, but I'm glad that Boogie has followed it, you know, and a lot of other young fellas, I think in a few years they're going to have a lot more steel band composers, and that's what we really want, you know.
What did you try to prove in my band, and how did you execute it?
Well, I just tried to have a nice big orchestral song and have it bright, you know, and introduce all the fun elements. I had some taffer, you know, on the pan. I just want to do anything that, you know, that came to my mind that could fit into the piece. My band is something that, you know, is a praise song. Then my band, it could be any band. It's not necessarily or any, you know, it's anybody's band. So
what was the significance of the extended bass line?
Well, my band, sometimes in a pan and a fella coast in a bass, you know. I just extended man, let him play himself, you know, play and then, you know, a bass solo is something that you don't have in steel band. So I decided to bring it out this time, you know.
Finally, how are you enjoying your renewed success, your resurgence?
Well, I mean, I got a lot of satisfaction out of working with this band because when I went to them, they were depressed, you know, they were down, and I really feel good, whatever the results, you know, I feel really happy to know that I see them coming alive, you know, and this is what I set out to do.
Thank you very much, Ray Holman. Back to Dave and Don, Slav, and Alvin.
Right on, Dalton, and some nice thoughts from Ray Holman, a fine gentleman. David Waddle and I know him well from Queen's Royal days, and he has retained that humility and that poise and that ease of manner.